the prefrontal cortex. This is the CEO of the mind. And when it's not thinking right, there could be problems in one's life, challenges. And so when it's not thinking right, there could be procrastination, memory problems, lack of focus, lack of planning. And so we want to do something about that. So I'll share my personal example is when I was studying the brain health material through Amen clinics, I would read a paragraph and then I would forget what I read. And I recognized I had procrastination issues, I had memory issues.
Yeah.
And so I did the free brain health questionnaires myself, discovered that my prefrontal cortex was not operating at its optimum. And I confirmed it by doing muscle testing, where my subconscious mind confirmed that my prefrontal cortex was not operating at its optimum. And so the PFC, we will call it, I guided myself through postures and movements to get to a whole brain state. And within minutes, I felt energy fusing behind my forehead. And then I was able to study for 3 hours straight and retain everything that I learned. That was incredible.
Would have been great to do that in college, huh?
Yes, if only I knew.
Right.
And in the case of Sarah and John, with John, it was his temporal lobes. And his temporal lobes are responsible for emotional stability. And when we were able to have his temporal lobes operating at their optimum, then he was no longer quick to anger. And then in another example, when I helped a veteran with suicidal thoughts, we discovered there were various parts of his brain that were not operating at their optimum. And he has had head injuries. And head injuries don't even have to be physical, like bumping of the head.
No, right.
It could be a traumatic experience that causes a chemical reaction in the brain that causes stress in the body and the brain. And so with this veteran, I was able to help him get to a calm state by optimizing different functions of different parts of his brain through Psych-K whole brain balances. And Psych-K is promoted and endorsed by Dr. Bruce Lipton, who wrote the book, The Biology of Belief. And so when people have tried a number of methods with little to no results, maybe it's time to address it at the subconscious level.
Yeah. You know, something else Psych-K seems to be incredible with is helping people not only transform the limiting beliefs overall, but also regarding prosperity. Tell us about that.
Yes. So there are a number of statements in Psych-K balances related to prosperity in one's life. And so Joanna had everything going for her, or so it seemed. Great family, great job, and you would imagine that she would be happy, but she wasn't. She felt a void inside and a lot of negativity. And we discovered that she was not in line with the statement, I am worthy of the best that life and love have to offer. And when we surfaced that limiting belief, I was then able to guide her to get to a whole brain state with the statement to align her subconscious mind with her conscious mind's goals. And she felt the negativity, that negative energy, leave her body immediately. And afterwards, she told me that she was able to move her neck. It was the first time she was able to move her neck since she could remember without any issues.
Mm.
She said she always felt a tightness
Yeah.
and stress in her neck.
Right.
And so when she aligned with the statement, then that negative energy, all that stress left her neck as well.
That's incredible. The physical benefits of this as well.
Exactly. And then there was another client, Peter. He also didn't align with the statement that he needed more money and it was okay to have more money. And so once he was aligned with that statement, then it actually unleashed his creativity. He went on to write his book and create works of art. And he also told me that he felt some stiffness in his neck and shoulders leave. It was like negative energy leaving his body.